Hello, you are welcome back to Unit 1, Session 5 of Cell and Tissue Organization course. Under this session, we'll be looking at two other important organelles found in the cytoplasm of cells. That is the endoplasmic reticulum and ribosomes. Hope you enjoy this session also. So at the end of this session, you should be able to distinguish between smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum and state one function each of smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum, and then finally state type of nucleic acid that is present in ribosomes. Now let's first of all have a look at the endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum is a network of fluid-filled membranous tubules and sacs called cisternae, and it accounts for over half the total number of membranes in eukaryotic cells. Studies have shown that nuclear membrane and endoplasmic reticulum membrane are connected at some point, but the endoplasmic reticulum membrane contains some distinctive proteins not associated with nuclear functions. And the main function of the endoplasmic reticulum is that it gives mechanical support to the cytoplasm, and the membrane also serves as a conducting pathways for movement of materials in the cells, and also provides surface for chemical reactions in the cell. There are two main types of endoplasmic reticulum, and the first being rough endoplasmic reticulum, and then a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The rough endoplasmic reticulum is covered by ribosomes, that their surface are covered by ribosomes, whereas the smooth endoplasmic reticulum has no ribosomes attached to it. Now let's look at rough endoplasmic reticulum in detail. As stated in the previous slide, rough endoplasmic reticulum have ribosomes attached to them. So they have ribosomes attached to the surface of the rough endoplasmic reticulum. And this rough endoplasmic reticulum is a stack of membranes that lie parallel to each other and to the nuclear envelope, partially or entirely surrounding the nucleus. Now, this endoplasmic reticulum are commonly found in cells that secrete enzymes, an example being the pancreatic cells and then the cells found in the salivary gland in mammals. Also, the ribosomes that are attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum in some cell types are able to secrete proteins. So certain pancreatic cells synthesize their own protein, being an example is insulin. And insulin is a hormone that is released into the bloodstream to regulate glucose levels. Also, the ribosomes found on the rough endoplasmic reticulum are involved in the synthesis of proteins, and they also act as transport channels for these proteins. And then rough endoplasmic reticulum also grow by adding membrane proteins and phospholipids to their own membranes. Now let's look at smooth endoplasmic reticulum. For smooth endoplasmic reticulum, we've already talked about it on the fact that it do not have ribosomes attached to the surface of its membrane, and it play a key role in the synthesis of lipids. An example of the lipids are oils, phospholipids, and steroids. Steroids, like sex hormones too, they are involved in the synthesis of it. And they are also involved in the detoxification of drugs and toxins. An example of cells of the liver, the testes, and ovaries have these smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum is also involved in the storage of calcium ions that enable it to function in muscle contraction. So figure 4 gives a representative diagram of both smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum. So we could see that the smooth endoplasmic reticulum do not have any tiny structures found on the surface of its membrane, and that of the rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is in purple color, has tiny structures found on the surface of the membrane, and these tiny structures that we see over there are the ribosomes. Now let's look at ribosomes as an organelle in detail. Now, ribosomes are tiny organelles that are found in numerous quantities in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, and they are mainly composed of RNA and proteins. And so two main types of ribosomes are found in the cell. The first one is the free ribosomes that are found suspended in the cytoplasm of the cells, and the bound ribosomes being the second type. These ones are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum or the nuclear envelope. So the sole function of the ribosomes is for protein synthesis. And so example being pancreatic cell, and these pancreatic cells are specialized in the secretion of protein, most especially digestive enzymes. And so numerous quantities of these ribosomes are found in these pancreatic cells for protein synthesis. And in addition to such cells is that they have prominent nucleoli. So in the course of protein synthesis by ribosomes, these ribosomes bind amino acids together to form the polypeptide chain. So in the free ribosomes, the proteins that are synthesized by it function in the cytosol. An example is the amylase enzyme, and these enzymes catalyze the first step of sugar breakdown. And these enzymes are found in the cytosol, and they are produced or synthesized by the free ribosomes. And then the bound ribosomes, the proteins that they synthesize are normally inserted into membranes, or they are packaged within certain organelles like the lysosome, or they are also exported from the cell. So this brings us to the end of Unit 1, Session 5. And under Unit 1, Session 5, we've learned the structure and function of two cell organelles. That is the endoplasmic reticulum and ribosomes. And we also learned that the endoplasmic reticulum divides the cells into compartments, and they therefore provide pathways for distribution of materials in the cells. We also learned the distinction between free ribosomes and bound ribosomes, and we also looked at the principal role of ribosomes in protein synthesis.